The Lockdown Board Meetings 2020. Written by Martin Hesketh. Read by Derek Johnston. Ada's in trouble again. 20th Lockdown Board Meeting, Thursday, 9th April 2020. In attendance, me, Chair. Spud II, Head of Cat Department. Spencer, Head of Bigger Dog Department. Ada, Head of Smaller Dog Department. Horny Frank, Head of Horny Rabbit Department. Beardy, Head of Not So Horny Rabbit Department. Apologies, none. Call to order 0600 hours. 1. There were sufficient members for a quorum. 2. Minutes of previous meeting approved. 3. Business from last meeting, none. 4. Statement from the Chair. Boris's mate Rishi stated that there's no end in sight, so that's not good. Boris's mate Rishi also stated that Boris is still in ITU, in an ITU bed, but he's sitting up and talking, so that's good. Boris's cat Larry is fine too, so that's good too. 5. Best Performer Poll. Currently Ada still leads the performance pack, and Horny Frank is third. 6. Business updates. 6.1. Beardy. Beardy stated that he was very disappointed with Ada yesterday. Her indoors had a day off yesterday and decided to do a monthly on the hutch. This is usually a good thing, as they tend to get nice new wood shavings. The hutch is moved to a new grass area in the garden area, and they usually get some goody stuff too. Yesterday was no exception. As a treat, they got their favourite carrot cottage. Everything went swimmingly well until her indoors had finished and left the garden area. She forgot to place the carrot cottage in the hutch run. Her indoors left it outside. Ada got it. He and Horny Frank had to sit there and watch Ada destroy it. Beardy stated that they could make a carrot cottage last 3 to 4 days. Ada had it wrecked within minutes. The Chair stated that her indoors was very sorry with regards to her role in the carrot cottage incident and vowed to replace it whenever she gets a chance. Her indoors also stated that she was very disappointed in Ada, but more disappointed in the Chair, as he very obviously watched it all unfold and did nothing. Ada stated that she thought it was her new toy that she'd been promised for ages, and also said that anything in the garden area was fair game, even game. Spud stated that it's the same with his scratchy stretcher. Ada has it completely ruined too. 6.2. Ada. Ada stated that she had another meet-up with Karen the sheep. Karen the sheep was hiding from the virus. She watches lots of cat types wandering about, not even keeping their distance, and cats can now get the virus and spread it. Ada stated that from the intel she received from Karen the sheep, she thinks all cats should be detained immediately, starting with Spud. Ada also indicated that she has cleared out the containment facility of all the longtails, as she couldn't feed them anymore, because the train stopped going past and the scraps dried up and the longtails were looking a bit on the thin side, so she released them. So we have plenty of room to detain and isolate Spud if required. 6.3. Spud. Spud stated that this was fake news and Ada shouldn't listen to misinformation from nutcases. Spud stated that it's all scaremongering and he bets that Boris's cat Larry isn't locked up. Ada stated that there was no harm in being careful and insisted that while Spud was in detention, Ada would personally make sure that Spud gets food. Spud stated once again that this is scaremongering and there is no real evidence of cats spreading the virus. Spud argued that Karen the sheep is a railway verge area troll and is trying to sow discord within the garden area. 6.4. Horny Frank. Horny Frank stated last night that he heard Foxy the Fox talking about a conversation he had with Ben the Longtail. Apparently, Ben the Longtail heard from one of his other longtail types that they were chatting to the big foreign bird who just came back from visiting other places, where it was common knowledge that Spud gets food from human types from another garden area. Spud argued that this is a slur on his good name for political gain, and it's quite apparent now that Horny Frank is up to no good, because Spud is above Horny Frank in the performance leaderboard, and Horny Frank wants to alienate Spud from the stakeholders. Well, Spud continued, it won't work, because at the end of the day, Spud's a cat and Horny Frank isn't. Spud added that at his very best, Horny Frank will only ever achieve third place at anything he ever does here, because he's only a rabbit. Horny Frank stated that this was discriminatory language, almost hate talk, and suggests a social investigation is required. 6.5. Spencer. Spencer stated that the chair's music was a bit better yesterday during his crispy dry time. He especially liked the wagon wheel song and the one about all those red balloons. However, Spencer also stated that it was another sunny day yesterday and noticed that the extra sausage treats were no longer available. He appreciated that the food run was nearly on time yesterday, but couldn't help but wonder, were the extra treats the other day just a PR stunt for the stakeholders, as they don't like animals being starved, and that the chair was under pressure with the sudden outcry? The chair stated that it was not a PR stunt and that the sausage man was furloughed. 7. Other business, none.